Good morning. Happy Saturday, everyone. Hello, hello, hello. Let's see if we can get some peeps in here. And I am going to go into my heart and do the heart, mind to the divine. Good morning, Kathy Hand. All right, so if you're coming in, please join me. Good morning, Catherine DeSanti. So take a deep breath in. Hold it in your heart. And release out anything that you need to let go of this morning. Just going to do some releasing. Breathe in again. This time let it go through your body. Let that breath travel all the way down out the bottom of your feet. And let's ground. Let's get very grounded and balanced and centered this morning. Release it out. Let go of anything at all that's troubling you, anything that's a distraction, anything on your to-do list, and replace that with a smile as you breathe in again. Just keep releasing. Your body will start to relax. Your mind will relax and get ready for some joy. And just think of something you are grateful for, because there's a lot to be grateful for as I open my eyes and see you all. And I forgot to turn the chat on so you can see each other. So let me do that now. We have, wow. Hope Wellington Marshall, good morning and happy Saturday. Annie 7, Deirdre, Blue's here. Oh my gosh, that warms my heart that you're here, Blue Jean. We've been missing you. Andrew Gregg, thank you for sharing, Deirdre. And our Suzanne gets to join us today. Oh, yay. So much loved, every one of the P's. Josie, sweet Josie's here. All right, where's our pirate? I don't see him yet. I feel him, but I don't see him. And good morning, Blue. Kathy's drama is troubling you? I don't know what drama is going on, honey, so I'll have to get caught up on the drama end. Gizmo's very afraid of the new litter box. Oh, does it make noise? I don't like my Gizmo being afraid. Annie, we are family. Yes, ma'am. There we are. Thank you, Deirdre, for calling in our pirate. Blue Jean calling him in, and his sweet honey bunny, Josie, calling him in. Oh, cat drama. Okay, that makes more sense. I didn't think Kathy had any drama going on. I've had drama going on, but I haven't shared it with any of you. Well, a couple of you maybe, but that you'll find out when I read the blog. All right, so let me go into that angel message and what they wanted to talk about. It is called Feel It, Heal It, Let It Go. And Ruth Shabakar says, each day comes bearing its gifts. Untie the ribbon. I've had to deal with the medical profession my whole life. My appendix burst when I was a teenager, and that was my first major surgery, with many more to follow. I chose to work in the profession as a medical transcriptionist, so I dealt with doctors constantly. They've been my biggest challenge in life, although I have also been fortunate to have some who were wonderful compassionate, and understanding. When one comes along that treats me like I know nothing, even about my own body or my medical history, I get a bit testy. I was trying not to let it get to me, and I had already decided to call my insurance company to change doctors when I received my summary of the doctor visit. Let's just say that I will be responding as there were more mistakes than there was accuracy. I encourage anyone who sees a doctor to check what they put in your file. I am fortunate as I know how to read a chart and understand what it says. If you don't understand something you see that's in your medical records, ask for an explanation. Dear angels, there are certain parts of being human that are not so pleasant. Sometimes I long for the simpler times we had before things were made complicated. I grew up in a town with one doctor. He knew everybody and what was wrong, and life was good. Now there is no such thing as having one doctor, as almost every body part has to have its own specialist. Dear ones, we understand how frustrating it can be to want things to work smoothly, only to have them cluttered. We encourage you to remember that your physical reality is an illusion and that your true essence is spiritual. When frustration strikes, remind yourself of this spiritual truth. It can help you detach from any situation and find inner calm. By staying fully aware of your thoughts and emotions, you gain insight into the root causes of your frustration. Remember that dealing with frustration is a continuous process, and it's perfectly okay to have moments of struggle. Be gentle with yourself. Release the emotions after you acknowledge them, and always do so with love. Some of life's lessons may be harder to release, and that is okay. It will go when you no longer find it useful to hold on. The true lesson happens when you are done reopening the wound. Dear angels, today I promise to let go of that which is not a priority to my inner peace and serenity. Boy, was this a tough one, you guys. I really needed to hear what those angels had to say, though, and that's why I had to write it out, and I'm sharing it with all of you. Full disclosure here. We've got one of those automatic fancy schmancy cleaning boxes. Yeah, a lot of cats don't like those. I've been around people whose cats were freaking out because of it. He's probably happier to go outside now and do his business. Good morning, Laura Adams. And Annie says, I believe he will adjust. Yeah, I think he will. Kathy Hand, it's been a very difficult week for my family and I. Oh, I'm sorry, Kathy. I hope the words from the angels were a little helpful for you this morning as they gave that message to me. I'm like, okay, I hear you. You know, every night we study A Course in Miracles, and it tells me the same thing, to not get so stressed out over the things of this world, that this is not our permanent. This is just this temporary place that we came to experience and to learn from and to grow from. So, wait a minute, I put the wrong thing up there, didn't I? I meant to put what I typed in, and I don't know where it went now. There it is. Okay. I meant to put that instead of the conversation. Yeah, it's one of those days. So, this is what I'm having to say to myself constantly. Today, I promise to let go of that which is not a priority to my inner peace and serenity. And it's not easy. And as the angel said, some are going to be more difficult than others, and that's okay. Good morning, Kathleen Caputo. So glad you're here. And Blue says, the balance of detachment has been a very strong lesson this week. It really has, and for me, I'm not attached to a whole lot of stuff, but I am attached to my confidence in who I am. And when I encounter someone who tries to make me feel like an idiot, that doesn't go over so well with me. So yeah, I had a bit of a meltdown this week. Some of you were aware of that as I shared some of the stuff that happened. Josie, please send some healing. I'm having cold and sinus trouble. I've been resting the past couple of days. Oh, Josie, I wanted to see you next week before I head out of Florida. Let's knock that out of you, okay? Let's get you healed. Good morning, Tammy Fisk. I'm so glad you're here. Kathy, your blood pressure's been way too high lately. Had to go to your work employer health. I hope so, Kathy. Yeah, we'll be praying for you and putting you in our prayer circle for physical healing for you. Good morning, sweet Leo. I'll be seeing Leo again today. That makes me happy. All right, so let's see what Kuan Yin has to say about all this mess. And Kathy says, I'm going to read your angel message again this morning as I journal and do my other readings. Yeah, I think it's something that we all needed to hear. I'm going to turn my noisemaker off. I don't normally share when something makes me angry or upset, but this really did. And it's okay. The angel said it's okay to be angry, but don't live there. You'll let it go when you're ready to let it go. And when you no longer need to hold on to it. So right now I need to hold on to it until I can change doctors, because I've got to deal with what happened. But anyway, let's see what Kuan Yin has to say. Oh boy. Kuan Yin says, look for my signs. I've been speaking to you through signs in the world and feelings in your heart. Can you hear my reassuring voice? When you ask me for a sign, I give it. Notice what is happening in the world around you. Take comfort and believe. Whew, thank you, Kuan Yin. I trust. I know. Last night I got the email in with the report, and something said, don't open it yet. Don't open it yet, because I was at the point of doing some writing, and stubborn me said there was just something I knew that was not going to be right. I knew it. And I don't know what they did, if they mixed somebody else's medical records up with mine. But all of a sudden, I have these diagnoses that no doctor has ever mentioned to me before. And it came from an office visit at a time when I know I didn't go to the doctor. So I'm like, what the heck happened? Auntie Jean, I have that problem sometimes with men. They are stuck in the mindset that women have inferior minds. Thank goodness for Leo, Charlie, and Jim, and Dylan, and others. Yes, I know. It was like a very condescending attitude that I knew nothing, and everything that I would say was wrong. Have you ever had one of those visits whether it's a doctor or somebody else. And it's like, no matter what I said, it was the wrong thing to say. And, then you get the head shake. Oh, no, 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 no. And I'm like, what? Annie, I haven't opened my Bible in over a year. I heard this morning to look in the book of Ruth. They're telling me now chapters I need to read. I love that you're getting so much guidance, Annie. I love that. Annie says, the new doctor you find, Mama P, will be a good one for you. We're calling it in for you. Thank you. Thank you. This is a new doctor. The one that I was seeing left to have a baby. How dare she? And yeah, it was just weird because, his attitude, everything was just so demeaning. And there's no reason for that. I think I'm pretty easy to get along with, but I understand a little more now of why he was saying some of the things he said, because I've never had the diagnosis, a couple of the diagnoses that were in my chart. And I'm like, where the heck did that come from? And they were all from June of 2020, which was right in the middle of the pandemic. Remember? It was like the pandemic really opened up. Lockdown happened, I think, in February or March, because it was right at the time that we came together as a family. And I wasn't going to any doctors at that point. So I don't know where they got that I had that diagnosis from that time. But anyway, like the angel said, I'm going to let go of it when I don't need it anymore. So I'll let go of it after I talk to my insurance company and say, I'm out of there. I will not go back to him. Now, he looked at the chart, Annie. There was just things in my chart that are not mine. Yeah, and I know that for a fact. I know that no doctor has ever said that I'm in heart failure. Like, what? When I read that, I'm going, am I? I think my heart's working pretty good. So, yeah, it was weird. It was like one of those, ooh, what happened here? But it feels like it was a mix-up with somebody else's chart with my chart or something. Because, yeah, it wasn't correct anyway. And Catherine says, oh yes, I've encountered this too. So frustrating. You had every right to be angry. Yeah, so I'm trying to have righteous anger and then let it go. Be done with it. But first I have to get angry enough to talk to the insurance company and say, no, I'm not going there anymore. Oh, Kathy Hand, I agree with that statement. Hope says, Joanne, beautiful angel is just the person to indulge you in your self-care day. Enjoy yourself. It comes at the right time. You are perfectly perfect, Mama P. It's your heart beating so open. Oh, sweet one. Yes. At the blessing of Hope Wellington Marshall, I am going to be pampered today. I'm getting massage and facial from our beautiful Joanne Castrillo, who has been hosting me here in her home. And I am so blessed to be able to go there and have that done today. Good morning, Sally and Tony. Catherine, you experienced that with Peter's care also. It's so frustrating. And then how do you prove that's not yours? I went back into, I went down the rabbit hole last night. I went back into my insurance records, but they only go back 2 years. So they didn't even have anything from 2020 so that I could prove that I wasn't at the doctor at that time. So it's, it'll come out in the wash, as Mama used to say. Suzanne says, maybe it had to happen so they start looking into the doctor maybe it happened to other patients too. Suzanne, that's a great point. Thank you for saying that. Yeah, I'm hoping they look at his bedside manner for sure, because it was not good. And Leo, let's wish our Mary Concolia happy birthday. Is it her birthday? Oh my gosh, I didn't realize that, Leo. Thank you for telling us. Happy birthday, Mary. I don't know if you're listening or not, but I hope so. Thank you for sharing this, Sally. And yeah, let's wish her happy birthday. Oh, thank you, Annie. Yeah, I tell you, if you all are ever in this area, go to Joanne's Day Spa. Make an appointment with her. She really is the best. I just can't say enough good about her and the facials that she gives. You just feel like you're floating afterward. And I never want to wash my face again. It feels so good. So yeah, I'm excited to be there today and to be blessed with that. And good morning, Jessie. Thank you for being here. The table's a little wobbly, so it keeps shaking every time I pick up my coffee and put it back down. All right. Oh, thank you, Catherine DeSante. And Annie says, I have one at my school by one of the students, and it was nice. Oh, a facial. Yeah, they're amazing. I went my whole life not having facials, and then when I did, I'm like, why didn't I do this before? Anyway, messages from the tiny book. Let's see what those angels want us to know today. And I know it's going to be something good. So if somebody wants to pick a number, any number, 31, Annie Banani says. So let me see what 31 is. All right, Annie, your intuition really kicked in there. In not hiding or running from your challenges, you are rising above the situation while others may be living in fear or dread. We encourage you, dear ones, to soar in every given moment. Sometimes it will be easy to do, yet sometimes it takes more effort to trust that you are safe and that no matter the outcome, you are willing to face the storm. Annie, you just hit that one right on the head, girl, because this is what I needed to hear. I think it's what all of us needed to hear. And yeah, face it head on. That's what they say. Don't hide it. Don't shrink back. Don't play small. But if anyone is treating you disrespectful, you don't have to just sit and take it. And that was a huge lesson, to be able to use my authentic voice. And I did, and I think that's one reason why we don't get along, me and this doctor. I was able to speak up for myself, and yeah, didn't like it at all. Kathy, my friend, does wonderful esthetician work in her salon too. In fact, I think I need to book a fall facial soon. There you go, Kathy. Let's just get this beauty treatment going so that we can really feel good on the outside like we do on the inside. Auntie Jean said, medical people don't like to admit they make mistakes. I hope they said I'm sorry to the man they accidentally cut off the wrong leg. By the way, I am jealous. I would love to have one of Joanne's facials. You know what they feel like, right, Jean? And yeah, they are super amazing. All right, and Annie, you said you saw another number. Let me see what your comment was. They're giving way too many numbers now. There's no such thing. We need sometimes to hear different messages. Oh, I have to read the next one on page 31 because it goes along with today's conversation as well. Dear ones, be quick to forgive and slow to anger. Allow yourself to fully step away from situations to examine them and release anything that might create hurt and stay only in the energy of love. And page 8, message 3. Oh, Sally, I think you might have missed the conversation earlier. Yeah, these are just like really hitting the nail on the head. And just exactly what I need to hear and what my healthy heart needs to hear. Number 3, when it looks like the sky is falling down, use your umbrella of faith that everything is in order and you are protected. Believe that the universe really does have your back and that you are here on divine assignment and that you are never alone. Absolutely, the universe does have our back, and we are provided with wonderful, amazing guides and spirit beings that are constantly telling us it's okay. Whatever you're going through, it's just your temporary experience, right? I mean, when I have to step away myself and say that was a temporary experience, you don't have to go through that anymore, Teri. You don't have to go back into that situation with that doctor. And I don't. I don't have to. I mean, even if I don't get a new doctor, I don't have to go back to that one. My insurance might drop me, but I'm not going back. And I've already decided I'm supposed to go on Monday to have blood work, and I'm just going to cancel that and the follow-up appointment and find that new doctor that will look at my records correctly and listen to me when I say that's not a diagnosis that I was ever diagnosed with, and hopefully go from there. And the message above that one, Kathy, number 8, page 8. The erroneous concept of an eye for an eye will not make you feel better, dear ones. As your heart hardens and perhaps you feel vindicated by spewing anger, it is short-lived as that very anger starts eating away at you. Yeah, well, I've already started to release some of it, but I will fully release it once I know that I have taken the steps to move beyond this experience that I had. And yeah, I'm already at peace with it because I knew I couldn't go to sleep last night unless I let some of it go. So yeah, I'm listening to my own advice that I would give to anybody who had been in that situation. And I'm not going to hold on to the anger. I've got too much good in my life. I've got you guys that keep me uplifted. Catherine Kovacs, good morning to you. Suzanne says, absolutely, Teri, you have to be your own advocate, especially with doctors. I learned that years ago, especially with my daughter's medical issues going on. You really do, and I feel so very fortunate. I really do, because I understand so much with the medical terminology and what the diagnosis means, and when I can look at a chart, I can look at lab results, and I know what it means. So I feel very fortunate in that, because I spent years and years and years of my secular career studying it, going to school for it, and doing it, working in that field. So when you're a medical transcriptionist, you don't just type. You have to understand what you're typing, and you have to be very diligent about what's going into that patient's chart. And that's why when I see something like that, I'm like, oh, there's a mistake going on here, and I'm the one paying for it. So yes, thank you. Thank you all for your words. And yes, I'm able to let it go, let it go, let it go, because I have a beautiful day ahead of me. I have an exciting day. We're going to get together with the 10 million for world peace at 1 o'clock this afternoon. And we're going to decide where we're going, how we are headed further into whatever mission the angels have us on. If we're going to focus on nations or situations like climate change and human trafficking, we might pair up with the Peace on Earth Tour, who is doing Save Someone's Child. If you haven't heard about that yet, that one is revving up, and going to be getting some information out very soon about that. Also, my great niece is getting married today. I am so excited for my little girl, little Courtney. I always think of her as a baby, although now she's a sweet young woman who's walking down the aisle today, and I so wish I was there watching that. She's so near and dear to my heart and so precious, and she's just so sweet. So she is getting married this afternoon. I would love if you all would send good wishes and prayers her way. She is a very, very spiritual young lady. She is one of the most amazing young women that I know, but she's been this way her whole life. She has been that responsible person. You know, some kids, especially if they're in a broken home, they go the other direction. Well, she went toward faith, and I am so proud of her, and I really hope that that wedding is all she wants it to be today. I've got a lot of family gathering today all together, so wishing I could be there, but I'm hoping that one of my nieces will do a FaceTime or something and let me see what's going on. Good morning, Prachetta and Prachir and Goofy. Kathy Hand says, that's how I felt about that clinic that hired Marlena, then took it away from her. I need to realize that. Yeah, just let it go, because holding on is not going to help at all. Kathleen says, I was with my mom at her pulmonary doc. He was a young man, head of the department. He was so obnoxious, and I thought he was like a nasty child. He said something that got me so angry that I said, I will slap you. Couldn't believe that came out of my mouth. I wouldn't never slap anyone. I still can't believe I said that. Well, you know, sometimes we get to that point, Kathleen, if we're taken off guard especially. And I think that's the thing that happened with me with that doctor's appointment. I was taken off guard. I was totally not expecting that attitude to come from a doctor. I was not expecting to be treated like I was an idiot and I knew nothing, and that everything I said, no matter what it was, everything I said, there was a shaking of the head and no, 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 and oh, that's not right, and don't do that, and okay. You know, I at the end of the visit, I was just like, okay, I'm done. So I am done. And Annie, you're hearing that I'm in better health than I've been in years. I feel like it. I feel great. My physical health, my physical strength, everything feels absolutely wonderful. And yeah, I'm hoping that I'll be able to get those erroneous diagnoses off of my medical chart for sure and go from there. Auntie Jean says, insurance really cares about patient-doctor relationships and mistakes made in medical records. Talk to them and they will get you a new doctor right away. You're probably not the first. Yeah, I think so. Kathy says, I wanted to slap a male gynecologist who said if I lost weight, I would be a happier person and enjoy sex with my husband again. Yeah, I know. I'm like, why are doctors giving that kind of advice anyway? And that was a whole other conversation I had with this doctor. I would be happy. I am happy. Thank you, Prachetta. Let's go ahead and put prayer requests in before the time gets away from us, because I have meetings back to back to back all day. So let's get this going. And Auntie Jean says, yay, Courtney, she is a doll. Love, love to the beautiful couple. I like her groom. Oh, her groom is adorable. She could not have found a better partner. I can still call them kids. This kid who's getting married today, just really, both of them have my heart, and I know that this is blessed. I know that it's going to be an amazing life for the two of them together. Thank you, Suzanne. Yes, her name is Courtney, and she is amazing. Thank you, Catherine Kovacs, and thank you, Deirdre. And thank you, Deirdre, for your daily prayer. And yes, Kathleen and Blue, can we meet at 10 o'clock? That is the question. I kept that open in my calendar for you, if that's available to you both. Deirdre, prayers for all humans, for Gaia and all who live on her back, for world peace, and attention to human trafficking through Save Someone's Child, our new project that we are taking on as part of the Peace on Earth tour. And I said we because all of us are doing this. We have been for 3 years. We've been out roaming the country and going place to place, doing land blessings and calling in the energy of peace. And now we're going to focus on what's keeping us from that peace, keeping us from having the inner peace that we need so we can have the outer peace in our world. And Kathy, continued prayers for Colin to find the best rehab to get him on the road to absolute recovery, and for Marlena to be guided to a career that will accept her and her special gifts can be shown. Absolutely. Thank you, Kathleen Caputo. I definitely will, Suzanne. I definitely will get back to Pennsylvania. I have a potential house-sitting job in Massachusetts that I'm kicking around. I may do it. I just really have to ask the angels on this one, because it's going to be kind of when it's still cold up there. But I know if I was in Massachusetts, it would be really easy to get over to see Suzanne and to see Blue and some of my special peeps up there, Brookie and Dylan and Max. So yeah, I'm looking at that and praying for guidance from the angels on whether to take that job or not. And I would be up there for 3 months, so y'all would be getting to see some of me. Special prayers for my dearest, beautiful fairy Teri Ma'am, Prachetta says. Special prayers of love to the lovely bride. Special prayers for my dearest brother Prachir and Goofy. Lots and lots of love to everyone here. God bless. And you as well, Prachetta. Catherine says, pray for Michael and his mom, Isabel. Keep praying for me also. Thank you. We certainly will. Kathy Han, please pray for me as well as I try to figure out why my blood pressure has gone so high. I need to stay strong for my little family. Kathy, one thing that has helped me tremendously is the heart-brain. If you do 3 minutes of the heart-brain coherence, and really focus for those 3 minutes, the blood pressure stabilizes. Every time that I go to the doctor, my blood pressure is high when they first take it, every time. And I don't have high blood pressure. I don't like doctors, for one thing, and it's not a pleasant experience. And this is what I've come to notice, and it's supposed to be in my chart, but it's not, that I have white coat syndrome, where it does show as high the very first time they take it, and then they retake it after they let me do the heart-brain coherence, and it's normal. So try it, Kathy. It doesn't hurt. Sit for 3 minutes doing the heart-brain coherence, and you're going to find that you'll feel better, you'll feel calmer and peaceful, and it really will help. Okay. Suzanne, your whole family could use prayers, especially Jillian. Her husband's heading overseas again for 6 to 12 months. Oh, sweet one. So sorry to hear that. And so let's keep your little family in our prayer. Try the heart brain, Kathy, and just see what difference it makes for you, because I can attest to it in my own life, and that's why I'm saying with confidence that it does bring the blood pressure into a stable place. And Prachetta says, ma'am, doing Om every day 108 times also helps get blood pressure down. It sure does. And there's one of my favorite recordings of Om is by Guru Ma. And Kathy, if you want me to send that to you, I will certainly be happy to do that, because I love just sitting and listening and following along with the Om chant. All right, let's get into it, because like I said, I got back to back, so I got to scooch out of here. So let's go into our hearts for just a moment. Oh, thank you, Suzanne, for giving us that update on Sam. We keep him in our prayers every day. I will, Prachetta. I will let everybody have access to that YouTube, that beautiful Om meditation by Guru Ma. It's my absolute favorite, and I do listen to it a lot. All right, so let's go into our hearts right now. Whew, take a breath in. Feel the connection. And let's just focus on the prayers today as you're quieting your mind, releasing, let's shake off anything that we were thinking and talking about. Let's do some shaking. Shake, shake, shake. Move that energy, move it away. Anything that came up that was of low vibration, just shake it off, let it go. Let it remove itself from you, asking that it be transmuted into a higher frequency. And then breathe in again. Only love and light is welcome here. Only love and light is welcome into my energy. As we hold the prayers that were spoken today, and the prayers that are written on our prayer list, we ask that only love and light flow to each and every one of those. The one that is pure love, our Creator, we bring you these prayer requests. We ask, God, that you look on them, acknowledge them, answer them for the best and highest good. We ask for the peace that passes all understanding, that only you can give. We ask for Jesus, the Master Healer, to look on the ones that need healing, physically, emotionally, mentally, or spiritually. We ask for Divine Mother to wrap her arms around all of us, nurture us, help us to be stronger, help us to know how loved we are, how cherished. And any of the angels that want to come and minister to those who are struggling right now, going through a dark time, going through something that's one of those fires that may be a little bit difficult to walk over, we ask angels that you help lift us over those hot coals, that you help turn a light on in the dark room, that you show us the light at the end of the tunnel. We bring all of our prayers forward. We don't know the answers as humans, but we lift them up and we wrap our arms around each one who's going through their struggles. We celebrate with those who are celebrating, and help us all to understand that this human experience is just a temporary thing. This is our temporary home. Our real home is inside our heart. Our real home is what we're working our way back to where we can be in the presence of God. And now let's share in the presence of each other. Every day we share love and light. So, we put the words up there, and we're going to say it to each other on the count of 3, 2, 1. Say it if you feel it. Thank you. I love you. Thank you so much for being here this morning. And good morning, light. Praying for a miracle once again. Miracle again and again. A true miracle is when we see the light and we are lifted above our body and mind into the soul. Absolutely. And Kathy Hand. Yes, absolutely, Kathy. And taking care of you, doing the self-care is so important to your physical health. So yeah, absolutely. I will share that meditation. Let me get Leo queued up here. Okay, here we go. Get ready, doggies.
To get up and get ready, because today's the perfect day to have a great day. Here we go, come on, let's play. It's a beautiful day. If you woke up this morning, might as well be part of it. When all the peace for peace, so now it's for harmony. You and me, mama, be on the lead, wherever we may be. We create a photo where we can be together. The heart telephone is always one phone call away. Calling all the guys, the angels, and the master. Take a deep breath and go into a dimension. Make up a full of joy every day.
Oh, thank you, Kathy Hand.
We call the AAA. Morning Cuppa full of joy with all the P's and the bar. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste.
y'all.
Morning Cuppa full of joy every day. To start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning Cuppa full of joy with all the P's and the bar. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Give me a cup full of joy. Give me a cup full of
Are our doggies dancing yet? Thank you. Love you, namaste, y'all. Joy. Oh, thank you, Hope. accept, align, allow. Triple A, y'all.
Morning Cuppa full of joy, every day it is. To start the day on the high five, we call the triple A. Morning Cuppa full of joy, with all the bees and the pod.
Thank you, Catherine.
I love you, namaste. Morning Cuppa full of joy, every day it is. To start the day on the high five, we call the triple A. Morning Cuppa full of joy, with all the bees and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste.
Cuppa full of joy. Get ready. Woo! Thank you, Leo. Thank you to all of you. I love you so much. Thank you for listening to me this morning and letting me bare my heart and share with you what's going on in my life, as I always try to keep you updated on where I'm at and what's going on, the good and the bad. So today I am uplifted, just like somebody else said that this has uplifted you. You uplifted me today, so thank you for that. And I hope you have a blessed rest of your day. Remember, at 1 o'clock today, we are meeting for the 10 million. If you go into the group, 10 million for world peace, you'll see the information there, the Zoom link, where you can come on with us and share your thoughts, share your ideas for how you see us moving forward. I love you. I will see you later. Namaste, y'all. Bye, everybody.